have a liftoff.
Cuerno cortito, tostón y sopar, el guacamole para remangar. Alright, everybody. Now, what you just saw was a video of, they're not officially saying yet that it was the Zetas, but from where they're operating, it is the area of operation of the Zetas. And you can see a military operation that was forming around them. It was successful overall. We're going to get into what happened and what was going on there. You know, they were running people, migrants, and extortion and lots of other rackets. Kind of similar, if you didn't see the video I just put up yesterday about 72 migrants and one hammer. Uh, that explains kind of what they're doing there, so go check that out. It's kind of, you know, runs parallel to this as far as importance. Now, the Sedana was in charge of the operation, which is the Mexican Marines, and there's been 738 soldiers that have been mobilized since since the 15th of March, so since about a week ago, and they sent 4 Blackhawks with, you know, their machine guns and their aerial capabilities to back them up, because the Zetas are known to be heavily armed and ready to fight. And as you can see in the video, it's kind of an abandoned town where they were working out of, where they'd actually run everybody out of that area, and it's kind of just them. Some of the people left willingly, right, because of the terror, but a lot of the people were run out physically by them or murdered, and it basically became theirs, and that was their area of operations where they pushed people across the border and did whatever they needed to do. Now, the American government was actually filming the operation from a Predator drone, and they were helping the Mexican government. It was a kind of a joint operation. I guess they're giving them information on the movement of said sicarios, and you know they've been getting hit hard. If you want to look at Huevo Trevino, their leader, who was arrested the other day, uh, nothing wrong with that. These people are extremely evil and, you know, kill a lot of people. Now, there were 5 sicarios murdered or killed in the firefight with the soldiers. I guess murdered is not the correct word, excuse me. And 4 arrested. Now, that doesn't seem maybe like a lot, but when we're talking about the Zetas, that's a pretty decent sized cell operating there on the border all together at one time. They're pretty smart, the Zetas, as far as not balling up with too many people in one spot. I think they've learned that in the past and taken some heavy losses because of it. And especially because every time they go up against the military tears them apart. Every time, guaranteed, 100%. Now, it's insane to think that the Mexican government doesn't use drones. They should be using them too as well. If you think about it, they could be making a big difference in the fight against cartels along the border, against all different parts of Mexico. Even armed drones, I'd back that up. You know, Predator drones, something like that. It would give the soldiers an edge and put fear into the cartels, knowing that at any moment they wouldn't even know its death could be coming. You know, and one of those missiles could come down and just evaporate them, literally. So I think it's the Hellfire missile they fire. I'm not sure, but either way, the Mexican government should be doing something, and it's a shame to just see a drone filming it, right? Instead of tearing them apart like they should be. These people definitely deserve to not be arrested, if you ask me, because lots of times they just get turned over, and the justice system lets them go after being paid a little bit of money because of corruption, and they go back to organized crime, who they were working for before. It was just like a little short break for them for a couple weeks, literally, and the soldiers know that. All right, and it's sad. I just put up a video too on my Rumble. Check it out, of soldiers executing this guy, and you know It's heavy stuff. So I'll leave you guys with that. Check out the podcast I did yesterday as well. Crazy world we live in, everybody. You know, the Zetas are getting broken. I hope the government keeps up the pressure on them. There's nothing wrong with that. I back that up 110%.